Alright, this is just an update video on my JTAG. This is a BenQ drive that I have flashed with third-party firmware, not the stuff Microsoft makes, so you can play backups and, well, even just to spoof it to the console so I can use it, because it originally had one of these Toshiba Samsung drives, which I'm still using, so I can use the AGP 2.5 games. But for some reason, this drive is it's using the SDA bootloader disk easier, which I'll show you what that is here pretty quick, because it's used to boot up Linux, Ubuntu 7.10 that I've got installed on this hard drive, which is running to the JTAG by way of the connector that would be in any normal Xbox 360 hard drive enclosure, connected by SATA, and that's plugged into the wall for power. Then I'm using this 550 watt power supply that I think I showed in a different video, connected using the PSU Energizer cable, and I've got my JTAG hooked up to a monitor through this is a VGA. It's a VGA cable, and I just want to show you that this here, so people know and don't say that I'm just hooking it up to something else. This is this computer. This computer is on this monitor. It's running Ubuntu 11.04, and this monitor is currently connected to my JTAG by way of VGA cable. You see that's it's an off-brand, but it's an Xbox 360 VGA cable, and that's the only thing connected to this monitor. And that, you can see, it runs back up to the JTAG. That's where it's going. So if I turn this on, and where did I put the eject button? Oh, whatever, I'll just use a pen. I'll turn on my power supply that's supplying power to the 360, and I'll turn on my hard drive. Then I'll hit the eject button to power this on. And that's my SDA bootloader disk, so I can put that back in. And what's going to happen here is Zell is going to find that disk in my BenQ drive, and that will boot up Ubuntu 7.10 on my external hard drive over there. This might take a while. I've already edited a couple things in Ubuntu, like whenever you originally install Ubuntu 7.10 on your hard drive, your splash screen's all fucked up, your login screen. That's just a resolution problem. There's I think there's a Zorg config file that you can find if you Google that, and you just change your default resolution to pretty much 720p. It's not real hard to fix. Just change it to whatever your regular desktop resolution is in Ubuntu. But this video is mostly about running Runescape. I haven't gotten YouTube to work, which I don't know if I'm even going to worry about, but I just think it's funny that you can run Runescape on an Xbox 360. I should show you here. This keyboard's not hooked up yet, but I got a bunch of shit on the ground. This is a Microsoft keyboard. This isn't hooked up to anything other than the JTAG. And then this is my iHome mouse. It's an off-brand mouse, but that's the dongle, the wireless dongle over here. Oh, and here's the mouse. I don't know if it says iHome on it. Yeah. So that's the mouse going to this. It's not a different computer. I just gotta make sure, because there's gonna be a lot of people saying that this doesn't work. So yeah, that's Ubuntu 7.10. Login screen, and just log in as root. I wish I didn't have a password set up here. I could have just recorded this in Ubuntu using some kind of screen capture program, but then people wouldn't see that it is directly connected to a JTAG, the monitor, so that's why I'm using my camera. And this is going to be really slow, not only because I had to install an IBM PowerPC version of Java as opposed to the Sun Java, because the Xbox 360 uses a PowerPC processor. I also can't install Adobe Flash Player because there's no PowerPC version of that for Linux either. So I had to use third-party software for that as well. Which isn't exactly official, so that's probably why it runs slower. That and as of right now, nobody's unlocked the full capabilities of the Xbox 360's graphics card. Oops. In Linux. I should also say that I'm using 7.10 because you can install 10.10, but there's no VGA support in 10.10 on the Xbox 360 yet, and I have huge overscan issues on my regular TV in Linux with Component, so I absolutely have to use 7.10 as of right now until they get 10.10 working better. See that Java's working, it's loading up the game. This is going to take a while. I don't know if I'll be able to fit it all in one video. Yeah, my camera keeps refocusing. It's fucked up. I don't know why. It's a nice Sony camera, but it's not very good for videos, I guess. Well, this is Firefox, by the way. Firefox 2.0. I think it's the default for Ubuntu 7.10. There we go. We got the normal Runescape loading screen down here now. My hand's really shaky right now. And I think this will actually work on the PS3 too. If you use the IBM, well, don't quote me on this, since I mean they have different distros and everything for the PS3. But if you use the IBM Java, IBM version of Java for PowerPC processors, and I don't remember offhand the names of the alternatives to Adobe Flash, but you can find those pretty easily if you Google like Adobe Flash PowerPC. On Linux, they'll give you alternatives. I think there's two of them, two main alternatives. I think I installed both of those. And when you install, I think when you install the IBM Java, there's another package that you have to install before it'll work in your web browser. I think it'll say after you install it. I don't remember for sure, but you can Google that too for the IBM PowerPC version, Java and Linux. This is going to take forever because I'm typing with one hand. Come on. Oh, come on. Make me click into the password, alright. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. Enter's fucked up on this keyboard. And I'm in the lobby right now. All that works. And it doesn't run well, at least the way I've got it set up right now. There might be better ways, but the point is it does work. I don't even know where the hell my account is right now. I gotta think about that. Yeah, connection lost. Shut the fuck up. Load the game. It's going to take a really long time for the GUI to come up, at least it did last time. Might be a little bit faster now since it's cached. I know the Xbox 360 only has 512 megabytes of RAM as it is, so as terrible as the graphics are on Runescape, that's pretty low. Oh, come on, what the fuck? Well, it didn't do this before. Oh, there we go. Yep, we're in RuneScape here. Graphics look terrible since you can unlock much of the power at all in the Xbox 360's graphics card, but here it is, it works. So I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, that's it.